starting.
Yeah, so, you know, we gotta look slim. They look slim, ladies.
This does
Hello, ladies of Decatur. How you doing, everybody? So today we're going to have, hey guys, ta-da! You guys probably recognize this handsome fellow, Mr. Hector Amador. You probably usually see him with a crap load of equipment. You know, it's like he's carrying a backpack and different, you know, cameras and everything. You are our City of Decatur official photographer.
Yes.
So tell me how that happened.
Actually, it was really simple. My beloved wife was working with the city doing a program for Better Together, and she volunteered me to do a pro bono event. And Linda Harris loved the pictures. She asked if I would be a photographer for the city, since the photographer was actually retiring. And it's been great ever since.
That's
I love
awesome.
working with the city.
How long have you been doing that, man?
Photography for the city? Or
For the city. We'll talk into the
5 or 6 years maybe.
dang.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Dang. His
My
wife
wife.
is over here. He's not calling me
Yeah,
dang.
my wife.
The
other babe.
other half, the better half.
Yeah.
So how long have you been taking photography and stuff?
Photography professionally for about 13 years now.
Wow.
12, 13.
And so he also has, you have a studio,
I
right?
have a studio at home, even though most of the time when I go to a client, I bring the studio to them.
I gotcha.
They expect you to accommodate them.
So you have like the lights and
Yeah,
everything.
everything gets set up at their location.
I actually bought some lights from him.
Yep.
I like from him. The one that's shining on us. The one that I almost blinded poor Kelly.
Yeah.
With that same one.
Well,
So now
it's not problem.
now he knows how he showed me how to actually work it properly. So we're not blind.
Yeah, still blind.
We're not like this shit. Shades, man. Okay, so today I thought of treating my friend here. Oh my God, Hector. I was gonna say Amador. You know, every time I say your name, have you ever seen the Birdcage?
Yes, many times.
There's a guy as Amador. I freaking love Amador. The Guatemalanness.
I remember the character.
I
Yeah.
remember him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just like two, you know, whatever. With his I love how he said it, Guatemala. So we're gonna be making whiskey. You told me you like whiskey, and I used this whiskey this past time, and I think this is a treat. I want you to try it first. It's from
Sure.
Kentucky, and the city is called. I always have to read it. Lenexa? Right there.
Yeah.
Lenexa, right?
Lenexa.
Yeah. I'm blind with it. I don't have my glasses on. So yeah, I need glasses, but I don't have my glasses
I
on.
think it's Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas. You're right. Kansas! Hey, I'm not from the U.S. I lived here. That's not an excuse. I lived here for 30 years, so it's not an excuse. All right, so I want you to try it just by itself. This is really good. And I was just telling him that the lovely people of Scout, they're carrying this lovely bottle, and it's a fantastic bottle. Here, I'm gonna show
Hold
you
it real
guys.
still for a minute. Hold it real still.
Yeah.
What does it say? Oh, Union Horse Distilling Company.
Yep.
Reserve straight bourbon whiskey.
Fantastic. What do you think? What do you think?
It's a great flavor, very smooth.
It's from a sour mash. They're very tiny. It's from a sour mash, and they actually bring it to 110 proof, and then they distill it. And it's from a sour mash. Yeah, I like it.
I love it.
Right?
It's great. But
So-
let's double check this. Make sure.
You can have some more.
I will in a minute. I will.
Right, that's you know,
I'll
I'm
just
like,
do. Make sure.
we gotta warm up somehow, right?
Twist your arm. Twist your arm.
You know, I'm always like, I'm very Italian that way. We're like, and get more.
Oh my God, yeah. This
Is
is
that tasty?
It's really good. Thank you.
So yeah, so we're gonna be using this beautiful whiskey today, and we're gonna be making a whiskey sour. Actually, somebody asked me to make a whiskey sour. Danielle Marie, if you're watching, she asked me to make a whiskey sour because she was like, "Can you make a whiskey sour?" And I'm like, "You got it, girl." So here we have it. The other cool product that I wanted to, I look like a product endorsement, but I'm
Right.
trying to like help out people that are local, you know, like you with your studio, you know, and these people are fairly local. I mean, they're from the South. And then this one here, they're called Copper King brandied cherries, which we're gonna try on your drink later on.
Sure.
And they're also fantastic. I was talking to the owner of Kelly's Market, and Sean, I believe his name is, and he was like, these fly off the shelf. Right now, this is the last one that I just bought. He's gonna be getting them in a couple of weeks. So try this beauties out. They're called Copper King's Brandy Sherries. So there we go. So let's commence, all right? So we're gonna make this drink, and usually I start on the small side is where I put all my goodies. And so I have my cheat sheet over here. We're gonna go, usually you wanna start with like the inexpensive ingredients in case you mess it up.
Sure.
So then you don't have, the expensive liquor in there already. So we're gonna start with, and I'm gonna put this here, otherwise it looks weird. All right, so we're gonna start with some lemon. And Chris actually went to the store because I ran out of lemon. I was like, crap, Chris. So we're gonna be using some lemon, and it's 3/4 of an ounce of lemon. You looking for something?
And I just
All right.
they're separate sides.
Well,
Mexicans are more like, hey, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's gonna taste great.
But the thing is, like, if that tastes good, right? But then you have to like taste it every so often, right?
Yeah.
But this is like, bam! It's like a sure fact. This
Yeah,
is how we're gonna come out right.
That's right.
All right. There isn't one of the ingredients. I do wing it, and you'll see which one. Okay. So then we're gonna put, let's see here, simple syrup, and of course I left my simple syrup inside. Hold on.
It's gonna be great. I'm sure.
There you go.
What do we have?
And you guys are gonna be like, are you putting simple syrup or is it Patron? That's where I keep my syrup.
That's my kind of simple syrup right there.
So we're gonna be using simple syrup, also 3/4 of an ounce.
Patron's making simple syrup now?
I know, right?
That's her homemade simple syrup.
Yeah.
You made that yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So simple syrup is
It's
simple
simple.
syrup is super easy to make, man. So literally, this one is a 1-to-1 simple syrup. So
Yeah.
it means 1 cup of water, or 1 measurement of whatever it might be, a cup of water.
Yeah.
It could be a teaspoon. To 1 of sugar. So it's a 1-to-1. You see, so it's super simple. So you just put it in a pan. You let it liquefy. Proper word?
Dissolve.
Dissolve. Thank you. You let it dissolve, and then bam, you have your
So do you
simple
brown
syrup.
sugar? Is that what gives you color?
So here's the thing, right? I don't like using like that regular white sugar, because it's actually not.
Because it's white.
Bleach.
Because no, get out of here. Because it's
Sorry, babe.
because it's
Sorry, Chris.
you're horrible. We have the politically incorrect person over here.
You want the caramel sugar?
So yeah, we have it. We know it.
Latina's want the brown sugar.
We're gonna go with the brown sugar. You're right.
No offense, guys. It's our time.
Yeah, actually, because the other sugar, that it's used in most restaurants, I don't think it tastes more, this one is more like, it has more like a, like that cane sugar, more molasses flavor.
Is it turbinado?
Yeah.
Sweetener.
Yeah, it's like, it has a more molasses flavor than the other sugar.
Is that turbinado or is it brown?
So this one here is actually Demerara sugar, which is
What is it?
Demerara sugar.
Okay.
It's from,
Say that fast.
it's from a little country in like South America, I think it is.
Cool.
So at any rate, and I have some rum that's in here too. So at any rate, so okay, so
We gotta Uber out
we
of here,
put
actually.
so yeah, we put that in there. The next thing that I'm going to be putting is a spray of the Angostura, but we'll do that later, and I'll show you when.
All right.
Show you how. So the other thing is, this one here is aqua fava.
The thing is, you made that.
So this aqua fava, I do have some that Chris made, but this one is from my friend Evan, who's also on the Dames, and she's the lady that makes on the Dames. I don't know if you guys seen. She makes a lot of hummuses, for sale.
Ooh, we're gonna call you.
So she actually got some stuff from me on a jar, and she thought this was very sweet of her. She's awesome. So she brought me the jar back plus the aqua fava. That's a good person right there.
And the aquafaba is just from when you make chickpeas from dried chickpeas. That's the leftover water.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Or when you, let's say that you're not making it from scratch, right, and you're just buying a can, you can literally use that water that's in the can, is this right here. So use the chickpeas, and then the can, you use it instead of egg. So this is actually the whiskey sour is made with egg white.
Yeah.
So that it gives a nice foam. Have you noticed that when you order, it has a nice foam? So for a lot of vegetarians, it's also like, because a raw egg can possibly make you sick. what I have done, and because Grace is a scientist, and she's like, we shouldn't be eating raw egg, right? So we go with the aqua fava, and it doesn't change the flavor whatsoever.
So, but some other people do raw egg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
We're
the
gonna
raw
go-
egg,
We're gonna go the
just-
safe route.
But not the yellow, just the white.
Just the white. But
Yeah.
we're gonna go the safe route.
Yep, we're gonna go the safe route, and it's the same. It's the same and the
Same flavor.
Yeah. So for this is where I kind of wing it because what is the exact amount of a raw egg white, right? So I kind of like wing it, you know. So I tried to go about 1.5 ounces.
It's a big egg.
You know, because it doesn't yield exactly
Sure,
the same
sure.
way. So there you go. Think about
So
it.
is this just for one drink or for like a
This is-
drink?
This is just for one drink.
Alright.
So the first thing that we're gonna do, let's say that you had a white egg in there and you also have the aqua fava in there.
Yep, yep.
You do not want to add ice. You want to do what we call as a dry shake, right?
Dry shake.
So a dry shake is no ice in there, and you tap it. So how do you know this thing is open or closed? It's when you see a flat, like right there, it's perpendicular.
Which
There's
shows the
nothing
camera.
gonna come out of it. If it did, I would be like, oh my god, no. Shit happens. So we're gonna shake this for. This one is you gotta give it a nice shake because you're trying to create that foam with the aqua fava.
Okay, yeah. Let's shake for you.
So I got it, dude.
And
I gotta work out the alcohol somehow.
And so far, that's just the simple syrup, the lemon, and the aqua fava, right? That's
Yep.
all that's in there so far?
So, all right. So then we open it. In order to open it, you do it with this hard palm, the palm of your hand, and then you're gonna really slap it hard on the side. And it takes
Think about
practice.
Donald Trump when you do that.
It takes practice. I'm gonna say. So you see that foam?
Ooh, yes.
That's what happened in there. So then we're gonna put just a little bit of Angostura bitters. And
What makes a good bitter?
what makes a good bitter? I guess that the flavor has to come through. Like if somebody tells you, somebody tells you it's an orange bitter, you have to like really taste the orange bitter. It's not like hidden in there.
So
you
the
know?
end just a drop. So you just
Yeah,
a
like
drop?
literally just a drop. It feels a long way.
No,
Okay, so now we're I know, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna make this at home. You can just replay the video. So now we're gonna be putting 2 ounces of our 2 ounces
Okay,
of
the good part.
right, of our lovely whiskey here.
She does not make a weak drink.
Yeah, I did not.
That's what we're here.
I did not make a weak drink. Chris knows.
Who wants a weak drink?
Yeah. Usually, if something calls for little, I kind of like have to make all the measurements like higher, add more liquor. All right. So now is when you add ice.
How about that? This kind of
So there's.
bubble now?
So here's the thing, right? Usually I go the liquid is on that side.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move things around because it's getting a little hectic over here. Okay. So then we're gonna put ice. And I'm gonna show you. You see where that liquid is about here?
Okay, you want to match it?
So you want to match it and maybe increase it just a little more. You don't want to like overfill things, right?
Got it.
Because otherwise, the problem that you're gonna have, like right there, you see there, like how it's just above.
Yeah, just about an inch or so.
Yep. Because what happens when you put the liquid in and then you close it, you're gonna have
I'm
backsplash.
gonna absorb a little bit too.
Not just that, you're gonna have backsplash. You're gonna go,
Ah.
like it has happened to me when I'm like in a hurry and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I go close it and it's like I have like drink
We
all
don't want to
over.
waste a drop of that thing.
I know, right? So now we're gonna close this thing back up. And while I shake, I'm gonna shake over here so you guys can't hear it. I want you to tell us what got you into photography.
Oh my god, look at this photography. I don't know, I'm just curious about watching magazines that I see like rock music a lot. So I was always interested in how those shots were done.
Hey, Maria, let me have you pause it. They can't hear him.
Oh, they can't hear? Oh, all right, my
Okay.
bad. Okay, go ahead. Well, I'm
You
done.
can go
ahead,
inside.
Tell,
Oh,
tell
okay.
us about your photography.
Oh, how I got into photography? I got into photography kind of out of curiosity. I was working as an assistant to a wedding photographer, and one thing led to another. I went from carrying the equipment to shooting detail shots to get more complicated shots, and then I realized photojournalism is kind of fun, and I like capturing things as they're happening. And one thing led to another, and here I am.
That is really cool, man. I always wanted to learn some photography. but I never really got a
Yeah.
chance, man.
You know, it's one of those things. It's like kind of like if you're a doctor or a lawyer, what kind of law do you want to practice? What kind of medicine do you want to practice? Same with photography. You want to be a wedding photographer. You want to be a studio photographer. You gotta find your niche. I love events, like real events, like 2020 actually, Black Lives Matters march. They were fantastic. You get to photograph things on the raw, people's expressions, and that to me is powerful. But you know, the money's with the corporates, so you go to corporate headshots and corporate events, which they're fantastic. And that's his Hector, am I right?
Yes, that's the sector. He's like, let's see what's
So
going
good.
on.
It's so beautiful. I wanna
It does look good. It looks
I
very
feel like-
nice.
bad.
You're like, where's my camera? I need to take a
And
picture.
look how pretty that cherry is. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, you have to try the cherry to tell the
Oh my
ladies
God.
what you think of the cherry. Because I have
What about the
never
cherry?
had one of those cherries.
Really?
So I was reading the
How many
I'm
cherries
like,
in my
oh,
life?
that sounds like it's a really good cherry. He's enjoying it. He can't talk. It's like,
How many cherries in my life? This cherry is really good.
is it? That's awesome. That's awesome. So you also can be hired to do like shots and stuff like that. If you ladies just holler,
Yes.
tell us your website. How do they get in touch with you?
I do a lot of product photography. I have a studio for all that. Amador Photo is my website. The best way to find my latest work is Hector Amador. Instagram at Hector Amador. And that's HECTOR AMADOR. And yeah, to me,
People too. You do headshots and
I do a lot of corporate shots, a lot of studio shots, and you know, people photography. So yes,
So you're like more like person, right? Like a
yes,
person.
I do a lot of
Cool.
We have one of your shots on the coffee table because it was on the front page of the Decatur. Wasn't the Decatur
Are you
magazine?
serious?
From the Black Lives
Bring it
Matter?
out, bring it out. It's right,
Oh,
right
Yeah,
on
it's not on the
table.
coffee
Is
table.
that the girl going to?
The girl doing like the
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was your
That
shot.
was a beautiful day. That was when we did the
the
Black
mural.
Lives Matters
Yeah.
mural on the
Thank you, Chris.
across
Oh, I
from
just lost my
Decatur
shoe.
High. So we spent half a day just taking pictures of the artists. We actually took the drone and we did a huge aerial shot. And yeah, that's the kind of photography that I'm really excited to
That's
do.
pretty
Just
Were
scout
you
people.
the guy with the drone too, or?
Yep, I was the guy with the drone.
Oh, I didn't know you had that drone.
I
Dylan's
did.
actually back in. Dylan's right there. My son is like way in the background.
Follow it. So you like the drink?
I love the drink. In fact, I feel like it's not gonna be my first drink tonight. It's just fantastic. So highly recommend it.
So yeah, try this recipe. This actually was an award-winning recipe that I got from like, you know, some whatever that I'm always researching good cocktails because I like the ladies to try something different.
Yeah.
But when it is something that's this classic, I want to like bring in something that's like supposed to be like really good, right? But anyway, thank you for watching again.
Where'd you get the whiskey from?
The whiskey.
Yeah.
Yes,
Where-
from Scout.
I don't think they heard that part.
Oh yeah,
I think
so
you
you
told
can
them.
get the whiskey from you can get it from Scout. I believe that also DPS carries it, but you can if you are going to Scout, you need to like hurry up because the lady's she's gonna do something with the inventory, or maybe just make up.
And tell them.
They're open a little late today, so
Yep.
hurry up.
Yep, and right, and tell them that Dames sent you, that you're with the Dames group because they will give you a small discount. So you know, this is a very nice bottle. You'll find it anywhere from over $45 or so, and I think there's like something in the 30s, like high 30s, 38 or something like that. So it's a good discount that they're giving out, and it's a fantastic bottle.
It's a really good whiskey for mixing. It's a really good whiskey by
Yeah.
itself. So I will
I want you to
highly
try the
recommend it
whiskey
for the
too.
price. So thank you,
We're
Maria.
gonna have hold on. We're gonna have a woman's opinion
Oh
of
boy.
the whiskey.
And that's
Let's see what she says.
the Scout restaurant in Oakhurst.
You want to join
Yeah.
Muchacho on
Yeah,
this
we're-
side?
We're quarantined together. I can take one last question.
All right, here
Here's
you
my
go.
better half.
Here's
Try this.
Christy.
This Christy over here.
Here's my fancy mask.
The mask is adorable.
Okay. Let's do cheers.
Oh.
No,
So,
I don't taste it. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what a woman's palate says on this whiskey.
You know, just kiss
And be honest. I mean,
Oh, I like it. Nice, so it warms you up right away. It's got got a nice. It's not too sweet. It's got just a good kick.
Isn't it
Nice
really
and
good?
smooth.
Yeah, but it looks like. I mean, it feels like it's doing its work right now. That's good. That's gotta
awesome.
be a good thing.
We needed to give you something. You know?
Okay,
I probably
this
should
is-
have given you
well,
something.
try this one. This one's really
Oh,
good.
okay.
This is more your speed.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is more.
Oh, she's
Double
like-
fisting, double fisting.
She's like, I'll double fist.
Ah, yeah.
So good.
So yeah, so try that recipe. It's a pretty good recipe. And I hope that you guys like this video. Take care. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Maria.
for having us.
Thank you, Maria. You're awesome.
Cheers, everybody.